WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. The NBA season is in full gear. Here to break it down, we have Justis, Danny, Jimmy, and Nijee, our favorite NBA crew to break down all on the hardwood. Now, Justis, we have some drama, and it's not any current drama. We got to bring stuff back from the past. Scottie Pippen's trying to sell a new book. He's also going off the rails a little bit. He's had some choice words for his former teammate, Michael Jordan. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, Samory, he's taken some issues with The Last Dance documentary. Thinks it's all about Michael Jordan, but let's take a look at a clip. Let's take a look at a clip from him from Good Morning America.
You call Michael Jordan selfish in the first chapter. Why is that?
I mean, he was a great scorer, but a lot of things that he did was based on him as an individual. And I think basketball is a team game.
Watching you and Michael on the court, it looked like two best friends out there just crushing everybody. What was your relationship like off the court?
It wasn't what you saw on the court. We always will have that respect for each other, but our friendship is not where people see it on TV think it is.
Do you think that Michael Jordan would be as successful without you?
No.
Really?
So,
will he be more? Really?
He also went on another interview and said that he was just as good as Michael Jordan.
Deserved MVPs as well, all that.
Well, if you take a look at their career stats, obviously there is a big gap there. You know, I mean, they were former teammates, but I mean, look at these stats. Now they have similar assists and rebounds per game. You know, field goal percentage, Jordan's a little higher, but look at the points per game. Michael Jordan averaged 30.1 points per game on his career to Scottie Pippen 16.1, and of course, Michael Jordan has 5 MVPs, 6 Finals MVPs to Scottie Pippen 0 and 0 on both sides. Look, I don't know if Scottie Pippen's either bitter about not getting paid enough for his career or jealous about not getting the recognition he deserves, but come on now. Not only is it like out of line to discredit Michael Jordan, but it's kind of impossible. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, and Scottie Pippen played alongside him.
Was his sidekick. He was his Robyn.
Visibly was his sidekick. Scottie Pippen, he's...
Nijee.
We all agree with Justis basically here, but like, even the stats agree with Justis. For the whole championship run, Scottie Pippen only averaged 20 points while Michael Jordan averaged 30. So he was the glorified Robyn on the court. Even the stats said it everywhere. So I feel like he's just bitter. He just don't get the recognition that he wants.
That's a shame. Danny?
I mean, it's 3 for 3 right now, honestly. My guy is in his feelings. He's hurt. Honestly, I kind of understand because this is what happens. You want to get your credit. You want to have your shine. But, I mean, look at the stats, bro. It's a wash.
I just got to laugh on that when Jimmy closes out.
I mean, not everyone can be the best player in basketball. Scottie Pippen, gifted defender, you know, one of the creators of the point forward position, in my opinion. He passed the ball, locked up on defense, got rebounds. He put 15 points per game. But Michael Jordan's in a class of his own, and you're the Robyn forever, but that's not a bad thing. You won 6 chips. It is a team game.
He needs to cut it out. Respectfully, gentlemen. He's barely top 50. We talked about this on the 4-point
Barely
play.
top 50 is crazy.
That's too much.
No, it's not.
Barely top 50 is a little much.
Look, if we had more time, I could go through it. But we do that on the 4-point play on Brave New Radio. Moving along from the past to the present, you know, there's a lot of stars who may be on the move. And, you know, I really am interested to see what's going on. So, Danny, we'll start with you. If a star had to move, where would you like to see that player be?
Well, Samory, I would love to see Karis LeVert on the move. Honestly, if we could take a look at some of his stats, he's averaging 15, 3 and 3. Kind of a down year for him. And honestly, since Indiana is finally going rebuild
I see what you did there.
Had to blow it up. And he's one of the players that has some value. Like, Justis, you would know, like, he dropped buckets for the Nets, and he hasn't played the same. He did have the health scare, has dealt with some injuries, but as a secondary ball handler, he has a lot of value that could bring for the Pacers organization.
Hey, maybe see him go back to the Nets. Maybe. You never know. Nijee?
Also for me, I'm taking another Pacer, Sabonis, and I would like to see him go to the Bulls, to make them a full contender that he deserves, because they need a forward, and I feel like the Bulls could trade for Sabonis. They could trade a few picks.
That's too many cooks in the kitchen, Nijee. That's
It's
way
just
too many.
It's a bonus. Like you see, he have a double.
He's an all-star. How
18
many all-stars do the Bulls
but
need?
18 and 12.
They're trying to win. If you're trying to win, get as many as you can.
Look at the Nets. Look at the Nets. The Nets got 3 superstars.
You've been criticizing the Nets for 2
got
years
3
now.
superstars. The Nets got 3 superstars. Why can't the Bulls have
whoa.
an all-star player?
Okay, all right. Well, first of all,
Hey, relax. We got to get through everybody's picks. You guys do this all the time. I love it though. Oh, it's hilarious. Justice, who would you take?
like I was gonna say, the Nets had 3 all-stars. Now they have 2. My pick is Kyrie Irving, unfortunately. Kyrie is yet to play this year, and I know the Nets are the 1st seed, but they look human now. I mean, they have 8 losses, but 7 of those losses come against teams under 500, you know? So if Kyrie Irving's not gonna get vaccinated and play this season, I think that he makes way too much money. That roster spot can be filled by either another star who can score the ball like Kyrie, or just a number of role players who can make their team better. You know, Joe Harris is out, Blake Griffin's out the lineup. James Harden's been playing a little fraudulent this year, so
we know that.
Yeah, I think it might be time to, part ways with Kyrie, unfortunately.
Too much cookies in the cookie jar. You saying you want Kyrie for another start? Like, hold up. Like, you already have KD and James Harden. You better be lucky you get like a vote player, like 3 vote players. Oh my God.
Jimmy, go ahead, sir.
I'm going to take out the Sacramento, a team that has not had a winning record in 15 years. Give me Buddy buckets, Buddy Hield. He's a career 16-point per game scorer, 15.5 points per game this year. Career 40% from 3. I'd like to see him go to Philadelphia if they can't get Lillard. Get him on a contender. Let him shine in the postseason.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see Buddy Hield go elsewhere. I think he could be a really great attribution for any team that needs a shooter. Now, speaking of shooters, 2 of the best shooters, one of the greatest of all time, 2 of the greatest players of all time, former teammates as well, Jimmy. Who would you rather take to start your franchise? 2 of the best players in the NBA right now, and I say at the top of the MVP picks as well, Steph Curry or Kevin Durant.
These are 2 like probably top 15 players to ever live. We're going to take a look at their stats here this season. Stephen Curry is shooting 27 points per game, 41% from the 3-point range in comparison to Kevin Durant's 37. Both shooting above 43% on the season, both getting it done in assists and rebounds per game. But if I had to take one, Steph Curry, that Warriors dynasty does not run without him. He makes the team better with or without the basketball, the way he moves and creates space. Kevin Durant went to join him. He didn't join with Kevin Durant.
Nijee?
That's a good point right there, but I'm going to take Kevin Durant. You're not going to deny a 7-footer who could dribble and shoot from hash. He could well shoot from like Curry range if he really want to, and he's a walking bucket. With what handles? Like what 7-footer you take it in the game over Kevin Durant? Like, all honesty,
it's hard to take anybody. He's like a point guard and a center's body.
It's weird. Like
it's really odd.
He told him DeMarcus Cousins.
He's a bucket.
He's a walking bucket.
He is, Danny.
I mean, it's tough. It's 1A, 1B between those 2. I'm going to have to go side with Jimmy on this one. Honestly, KD's my guy, but he has the efficiency, has the scoring. If we looked at player for player, but the question is, who would you rather start your team with? And I would start Steph because he's just a system by himself. He makes his teammates better. And there's a crazy stat I saw the other day where, like, in terms of assists, his assist is the most efficient you can get. So he gets you the easiest baskets.
Justice.
It's going to be 2 for 2 here. Obviously, I'm going Kevin Durant. Kind of surprised to see Nijee pick Kevin Durant as our local Knicks fan, but I'll digress. But I have to disagree with you, Danny. KD can score in more ways than Steph Curry can. I don't think Steph Curry is the system. I think he's a big part of the system, but not the whole system. Whereas Kevin Durant, put him on any team in the league, they're going to be a title contender. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard, LeBron, the LeBron James of the world. Steph Curry, last year he had a bad team. What happened? He barely made the play-in, and they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. All I'm saying is KD's better on both sides of the ball. Give me Kevin Durant, the best player in the world.
We did have Kyrie and James Harden for the season, so let's be real here.
Okay, so let's not act like Kyrie Irving went down and James Harden was dealing with a hamstring injury, and they still beat the world champion Bucks.
No, they didn't.
Because of Kevin Durant.
Almost
beat the Bucks.
They
Excuse me.
I'll break this real quick because we have to move along quickly, gentlemen. I'm taking Kevin Durant. Well, it's been a hell of a season so far, and we know we have a lot more to go, but we're going to give out some early award picks. Everybody gets a different award. So, Nijee, we're going to start with you. What award are you giving out, and who are you giving it to?
I'm giving out the most improved player of the year, and I'm giving it to Lonzo Ball. This man, like, he is the reason why the Bulls, I think he's one of the main reasons why the Bulls are like top of the East right now. And his 3-point, he's shooting 42% from the 3-point, and he playing amazing defense.
Danny?
Give me Draymond Green for Defensive Player of the Year. Honestly, they're number 1 in defensive rating, number 1 in points allowed, and honestly, he anchors that defense because of his versatility.
Yeah. Look at Draymond. You see him there. He's a Defensive Player of the Year in 2017, averaging a block and almost 2 steals a game. That's really, really good. Jimmy?
You know, Nijee took Lonzo Ball from the Bulls for Most Improved Player. I'm taking the Coach of the Bulls for Coach of the Year. Give me Billy Donovan, former successful college coach at the University of Florida. Had his only losing season last year with the Bulls as a head coach. You get him some talent, DeRozan, Vucevic. They're number 2 in the East right now behind the Brooklyn Nets. They're absolutely killing it on both ends of the floor.
Justis, close us out for the year.
I'm going to give out the Rookie of the Year, and it has to be Cade Cunningham. If you look at his stats, 15.2 points per game, 4.5 assists, almost 7 rebounds, and 1.3 steals a game. He's playing great. The Pistons are awful. The Pistons are probably the worst team in the league. But on the bright side, they'll probably get, a couple first-round picks for the next couple years. So hopefully they can build around Cade and not waste his talent. And, hopefully in a couple years, they'll have a solid young team.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, that was it for the semester. It's been a real fun ride, gentlemen. And I can't speak for everybody, but I will, because I have that role right now. But, it was so beautiful to see this come to fruition from being on Zoom for so long, being at home, doing shows from the classroom, all the hard work that everybody in the club put in to get not only this show, but FNN and everything back. It's awesome that we were able to do this. And I'm happy that I was able to do it with every single one of you guys. Really, 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 really happy that we did it with everybody in the crew here. But, it's going to get better next semester, You're going to implement a lot of new things. You're going to get a lot of new things going up, but, cannot wait for it. And I would love to give a special thank you to, the best cast and crew out here. I can't, come on now. They make us look good every Friday. They make sacrifices to come here every Friday. I'm really happy for that. And I'm happy for them that they're able to experience this with us. And also, I'd like to give a special shout out to the tallest man in the room, Al Clarke. You are amazing, Al Clarke. You helped us with this vision, and, we wouldn't be here without you. Respectfully, we wouldn't be here without you. We are very thankful for you. But for one last time here from Studio B in Hamilton Hall, I'm Samory Rose, and we'll catch you guys next semester.